Boundaries and family bonds. Introduction. In the intricate tapestry of family life, boundaries play a crucial role in nurturing healthy relationships while ensuring individual well-being. Establishing clear boundaries helps define roles, promote respect, and encourage open communication, creating an environment where family bonds can flourish. This content will explore the significance of boundaries in family dynamics, how to set them effectively, and the positive impact they can have on relationships. Chapter 1. Understanding Boundaries. 1.1 What are boundaries? Boundaries are guidelines or limits that help protect our emotional, physical, and mental well-being. They define what is acceptable behavior from others and what we are comfortable with in our relationships. In a family context, boundaries can pertain to personal space, emotional availability, and the distribution of responsibilities. 1.2 Types of boundaries. Physical boundaries. These involve personal space and physical touch. Everyone has different comfort levels regarding personal space, and respecting these boundaries fosters trust. Emotional boundaries. These protect our feelings and emotional health. They include recognizing when to say no, understanding one's emotional needs, and ensuring others respect those needs. Time boundaries. These pertain to how we allocate our time between family obligations, work, and personal pursuits. Setting time boundaries prevents burnout and ensures quality interactions. Material boundaries. These involve the sharing of possessions or finances. Clear guidelines help prevent misunderstandings and conflicts regarding ownership and responsibility. Chapter 2. The importance of boundaries in family relationships. 2.1 Fostering healthy communication. Clear boundaries pave the way for open dialogue within families. When family members understand each other's limits, they are more likely to communicate effectively and address issues without resentment. Healthy communication is the cornerstone of strong family bonds. 2.2 Promoting mutual respect. When boundaries are established and respected, it cultivates a culture of respect within the family. Each member learns to appreciate the individuality of others, fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and understood. 2.3 Reducing conflict. Establishing boundaries can significantly reduce misunderstandings and conflicts. When everyone knows what is acceptable, it minimizes the chances of stepping on each other's toes, leading to a more harmonious family life. 2.4 Encouraging independence. Boundaries help individuals in the family develop their sense of self and independence. Children, in particular, benefit from boundaries as they learn about responsibility and the importance of their choices. This sense of independence strengthens family bonds by allowing members to support each other's personal growth. Chapter 3. How to set effective boundaries. 3.1 Self-reflection. Before setting boundaries, it's essential to understand your own needs and limits. Reflect on what makes you feel uncomfortable or stressed in family interactions. Identifying these feelings is the first step in establishing effective boundaries. 3.2 Open communication. Discuss your boundaries openly with family members. Use I statements to express your feelings and needs, such as "I feel overwhelmed when." This approach minimizes defensiveness and encourages understanding. 3.3 Be consistent. Once boundaries are established, consistency is key. Family members must adhere to these boundaries to reinforce their importance. If a boundary is crossed, address it immediately to maintain clarity. 3.4 Flexibility and adaptation. While consistency is essential, it's also important to remain flexible. Family dynamics change over time, and boundaries may need to be adjusted as circumstances evolve. Regularly revisiting boundaries helps ensure they remain relevant. 3.5 Lead by example. Modeling healthy boundary setting behavior encourages others to do the same. Demonstrate how to respect boundaries in your interactions, and others will likely follow suit. Chapter 4. Navigating challenges in boundary setting. 4.1 Resistance from family members. Not everyone may be receptive to boundary setting, especially if they are accustomed to certain behaviors. If a family member resists your boundaries, remain calm and patient. Reiterate your feelings and the reasons behind your boundaries. 4.2 Guilt and obligation. Family dynamics often come with feelings of guilt or obligation. It's essential to recognize that setting boundaries is a form of self-care. Remember that prioritizing your well-being is not selfish, it's necessary for maintaining healthy relationships. 4.3 Cultural considerations. Cultural norms can influence how boundaries are perceived and respected. Be sensitive to these differences when discussing boundaries, and find common ground that respects everyone's values. Chapter 5. Strengthening family bonds through boundaries. 5.1 Creating family traditions. Establishing family traditions can enhance bonds while respecting individual boundaries. Traditions provide a framework for quality time together, allowing everyone to feel included while maintaining their personal space and preferences. 5.2 Quality time versus quantity of time. Focusing on quality time rather than quantity reinforces bonds. Prioritize activities that foster connection, ensuring each family member feels valued and heard. 5.3 Encouraging open dialogue. Create a safe space for family members to express their thoughts and feelings. Regular family meetings can be an effective way to check in with each other, revisit boundaries, and address any concerns. 5.4 Supporting each other's interests. Encouraging family members to pursue their interests and hobbies fosters individuality while strengthening bonds. Support each other's passions and respect the time needed for personal pursuits. Conclusion. Establishing boundaries is essential for fostering healthy family relationships. By promoting open communication, mutual respect, and individual growth, boundaries can enhance family bonds while protecting each member's well-being. Through self-reflection, consistency, and flexibility, families can navigate challenges and cultivate a nurturing environment where everyone thrives. Embracing the concept of boundaries will not only lead to healthier interactions but will also lay the foundation for deeper, more meaningful family connections. Chapter 11. Boundary setting workshops and family activities. 11.1 Family meetings for boundary discussions. Regular family meetings provide a structured environment for discussing boundaries. Create an agenda that includes checking in on how everyone feels about current boundaries and any adjustments needed. This promotes accountability and reinforces the idea that everyone's voice matters. 11.2 Boundary setting workshops. Consider organizing workshops focused on boundary setting skills. These could involve role-playing scenarios, group discussions, and activities that highlight the importance of communication and respect in maintaining healthy boundaries. 11.3 Creative activities for understanding boundaries. Engage in creative activities like art projects, where family members can express what boundaries mean to them visually. This can be a fun way to facilitate discussions about individual perspectives and foster understanding among family members. Chapter 12. Personal growth through boundaries. 12.1 Self-care and boundaries. Emphasizing the importance of self-care is crucial in boundary setting discussions. Encourage family members to prioritize their well-being and recognize that setting boundaries is a key aspect of self-care. Discuss ways to recharge individually and collectively. 12.2 Journaling for reflection. Encourage family members to maintain journals to reflect on their experiences with boundaries. Writing about feelings, challenges, and successes can provide insight into personal growth and promote a deeper understanding of boundary dynamics within the family. 12.3 Seeking professional guidance. Sometimes, families may benefit from professional guidance in navigating boundary issues. Family therapists can provide valuable tools and insights, facilitating open conversations and helping resolve long-standing conflicts. Chapter 13. Cultural perspectives on boundaries. 13.1 Understanding diverse perspectives. Recognizing different cultures have varying views on boundaries is essential in a diverse family setting. Discuss these differences openly and explore how cultural backgrounds influence individual boundary perceptions. 13.2 Celebrating cultural traditions. Incorporating cultural traditions into boundary setting discussions can create a sense of unity and appreciation for each member's heritage. Understanding and respecting these traditions fosters deeper bonds and enhances family identity. 13.3 Bridging generational gaps. Different generations may have unique views on boundaries. Facilitate discussions between older and younger family members to bridge these gaps, allowing each generation to share their experiences and learn from one another. Chapter 14. Practical tips for sustaining boundaries. 14.1 Check-ins and revisions. Establish a routine for checking in on boundaries. As family dynamics change, regularly revisiting these discussions ensures boundaries remain relevant and respected. Encourage open feedback during these check-ins to adjust boundaries as needed. 14.2 Accountability partners. Pair family members as accountability partners to help each other uphold boundaries. This fosters a sense of support and reinforces the commitment to respecting each other's needs. 14.3 Creating a family values statement. Collaboratively create a family values statement that includes core beliefs and shared principles regarding boundaries. This statement serves as a guiding document for how family members interact and respect each other's limits. Chapter 15. Recognizing and celebrating healthy boundaries. 15.1 Acknowledging growth and progress. Celebrate milestones when family members successfully navigate boundary-setting challenges. Recognizing these achievements fosters a positive environment and encourages continued efforts in maintaining healthy boundaries. 15.2 Family bonding activities. Incorporate fun family bonding activities that highlight the importance of boundaries. Activities like trust falls or team-building exercises can enhance communication and reinforce the significance of mutual respect and understanding. 15.3 Sharing success stories. Encourage family members to share personal stories about how boundaries have positively impacted their relationships. These narratives not only inspire but also validate the importance of setting and respecting boundaries. Chapter 16. Long-term impacts on family dynamics. 16.1 Generational influence. Families that prioritize boundary setting contribute positively to the next generation. Children who learn the value of boundaries are more likely to instill these principles in their relationships, creating a ripple effect of healthy interactions. 16.2 Resilience in facing challenges. Boundaries provide a framework for resilience during difficult times. Families that practice healthy boundary setting are better equipped to handle stresses, conflicts, and external pressures, leading to stronger overall relationships. 16.3 Creating a safe haven. A family that respects boundaries creates a safe haven for its members. This nurturing environment allows individuals to explore their identities, pursue their passions, and develop meaningful connections, leading to overall family harmony. Conclusion. Establishing and maintaining boundaries within families is a dynamic and ongoing process that significantly influences the health and strength of family bonds. Through open communication, mutual respect, and shared experiences, families can cultivate an environment where each member feels valued, understood, and empowered. By embracing the importance of boundaries, families can navigate challenges together while celebrating individuality. This approach not only enhances relationships within the family unit but also equips each member with essential life skills that extend beyond the home. Ultimately, the journey of setting and respecting boundaries fosters deeper connections, creating a legacy of love, understanding, and resilience for generations to come. Chapter 17. Healing from boundary violations. 17.1 Understanding the impact of boundary violations. Boundary violations can cause emotional distress and disrupt family dynamics. Recognizing the impact of these violations is the first step toward healing. Acknowledge feelings of hurt, anger, or confusion, and validate these emotions within the family context. 17.2 Open dialogues for healing. Facilitate open dialogues to address boundary violations. Encourage family members to express their feelings and experiences in a safe and respectful environment. This process promotes healing and understanding, allowing the family to move forward together. 17.3 Forgiveness and moving forward. Forgiveness is a crucial part of healing. Discuss the importance of letting go of grudges and the role forgiveness plays in restoring trust within the family. Encourage family members to practice empathy and understanding when working through past violations. Chapter 18. Teaching conflict resolution skills. 18.1 Role-playing scenarios. Engage in role-playing exercises that simulate boundary-related conflicts. These scenarios allow family members to practice conflict resolution skills in a safe space, helping them learn how to address issues constructively. 18.2 Setting ground rules for conflict resolution. Establish ground rules for discussing conflicts. Encourage respectful communication, active listening, and avoiding blame. Setting these guidelines helps create a supportive atmosphere for resolving disagreements. 18.3 Fostering problem-solving mindsets. Encourage a problem-solving mindset within the family. Instead of focusing on the problem itself, guide family members to brainstorm solutions together. This collaborative approach fosters teamwork and strengthens bonds. Chapter 19. The role of empathy in boundaries. 19.1 Cultivating empathy. Empathy is vital in understanding and respecting boundaries. Encourage family members to practice active listening and put themselves in each other's shoes. This practice fosters compassion and helps family members appreciate diverse perspectives. 19.2 Empathy exercises. Engage in exercises that promote empathy, such as sharing personal stories or experiences. This activity allows family members to see the world through each other's eyes, reinforcing the importance of respect and understanding. 19.3 Celebrating differences. Encourage family members to celebrate their differences. Recognizing and valuing diverse opinions, preferences, and needs strengthens family bonds and enhances the understanding of boundaries. Chapter 20. Building a legacy of healthy boundaries. 20.1 Documenting family values and boundaries. Consider creating a family scrapbook or digital document that outlines your family values and established boundaries. This legacy document can be shared with future generations, reinforcing the importance of healthy boundaries. 20.2 Involving future generations. Engage younger family members in discussions about boundaries and values. Encouraging their input helps instill a sense of responsibility and ownership over family dynamics, ensuring the legacy of healthy boundaries continues. 20.3 Annual family reflections. Make it a tradition to reflect on boundaries and family dynamics at least once a year. Use this time to celebrate successes, address challenges, and make any necessary adjustments. This reflection fosters continuous growth and adaptation. Chapter 21. Practical strategies for daily boundary maintenance. 21.1 Daily check-ins. Implement daily or weekly check-ins where family members can express how they feel about boundaries. This practice helps everyone stay attuned to each other's needs and fosters open communication. 21.2 Setting daily reminders. Encourage family members to set daily reminders for themselves to practice boundary setting. Whether it's reminding themselves to say no when necessary or respecting someone's personal space, these small reminders can be impactful. 21.3 Creating family rituals. Establish family rituals that reinforce boundaries and connection, such as regular family dinners or game nights. These rituals provide a structured opportunity for communication and relationship building. Chapter 22. External influences on family boundaries. 22.1 Recognizing societal pressures. Acknowledge how societal norms and pressures can impact family boundaries. Discuss these influences openly, and consider how they may shape expectations regarding family interactions. 22.2 Navigating peer influence. Teach family members how to navigate peer influence, especially in children and teenagers. Discuss the importance of staying true to personal boundaries despite external pressures from friends or social groups. 22.3 Maintaining family identity. Encourage the family to maintain its unique identity amidst external influences. Share traditions, values, and practices that strengthen the family unit and help counteract societal pressures. Chapter 23. Enhancing boundaries through technology. 23.1 Using technology wisely. Discuss the impact of technology on family boundaries. Encourage healthy tech habits, such as setting boundaries around screen time and fostering in-person interactions. 23.2 Online safety discussions. Incorporate discussions about online safety and privacy. Teach family members about respecting boundaries in the digital realm, including consent for sharing personal information or images. 23.3 Establishing tech-free zones designates specific areas or times as tech-free zones to promote family interactions without distractions. This practice encourages meaningful connections and reinforces the importance of quality time together. Chapter 24. The Power of Support Networks. 24.1 Building a support system. Encourage family members to develop support networks outside the family unit. These networks provide additional perspectives and resources for managing boundaries and family dynamics. 24.2 Engaging with community resources. Explore community resources such as parenting groups, workshops, or family counseling. These resources can offer valuable tools and insights into effective boundary setting practices. 24.3 Sharing experiences with others. Create opportunities for family members to share their experiences with boundaries with friends or other families. This exchange can lead to valuable discussions, mutual support, and learning from each other's challenges and successes. Conclusion. The journey of establishing and maintaining boundaries within families is a continuous process that requires dedication, understanding, and open communication. By embracing the importance of boundaries, families create an environment that nurtures respect, emotional health, and deeper connections. Through practical strategies, ongoing dialogue, and a commitment to empathy, families can navigate challenges while celebrating individuality. Ultimately, the impact of healthy boundaries extends beyond the immediate family unit, influencing future generations and fostering resilience in a rapidly changing world. As families prioritize boundary setting, they not only enhance their relationships but also contribute to a legacy of love, understanding, and harmony that can be cherished for years to come. Chapter 25. The Role of Rituals in Reinforcing Boundaries. 25.1 Family Rituals for Connection. Family rituals serve as anchors that reinforce boundaries while fostering connection. These can include weekly game nights, monthly outings, or special traditions that everyone looks forward to, creating opportunities for meaningful interactions. 25.2 Rituals for Acknowledging Boundaries. Incorporate rituals specifically designed to acknowledge and respect boundaries. For example, creating a boundary jar where family members can write down their boundaries and read them during family meetings can promote awareness and understanding. 25.3 Celebrating milestones together. Celebrate personal and family milestones as a way to reinforce boundaries. Acknowledge achievements, such as respecting individual boundaries, by hosting a small family celebration that honors each person's journey. Chapter 26. Navigating Difficult Conversations. 26.1 Preparing for Tough Discussions. Difficult conversations about boundaries can be daunting. Encourage family members to prepare by identifying key points they want to address and practicing active listening techniques to ensure respectful dialogue. 26.2 Utilizing I statements. Teach family members to use I statements when discussing boundaries to express their feelings without placing blame. For example, saying "I feel overwhelmed" when plans change last minute instead of "you always change plans" fosters a more constructive conversation. 26.3 Seeking common ground during challenging discussions. Emphasize the importance of finding common ground. Encourage family members to focus on shared values and goals, fostering collaboration rather than conflict. Chapter 27. The Impact of Life Changes on Boundaries. 27.1 Navigating life transitions. Significant life changes, such as moving, changing jobs, or experiencing loss, can impact family boundaries. Discuss these transitions openly and adjust boundaries as necessary to accommodate new circumstances. 27.2 Supporting each other during changes. Encourage family members to support one another during transitions. Discuss how boundaries might need to shift during these times and emphasize the importance of maintaining open communication to navigate changes together. 27.3 Creating a safe space for discussion. Establish a safe space for family members to express their feelings about life changes. This can involve regular check-ins or dedicated family meetings focused on discussing how transitions affect boundaries and relationships. Chapter 28. Teaching future generations about boundaries. 28.1 Involving children in boundary discussions. Involve children in discussions about boundaries from a young age. Encourage them to express their thoughts and feelings about boundaries, fostering a sense of ownership and understanding in their relationships. 28.2 Using stories and examples. Utilize stories, whether from books, movies, or personal experiences, to illustrate the importance of boundaries. Discuss characters' experiences and choices, allowing children to see the real-life implications of boundary setting. 28.3 Creating boundary setting games. Design games that teach boundary setting skills. These can involve role-playing, scenario discussions, or even creative arts where children can express their understanding of boundaries through storytelling or drawing. Chapter 29. The importance of self-reflection. 29.1 Encouraging self-reflection practices. Promote self-reflection practices within the family. Encourage members to regularly evaluate their feelings about boundaries and how they communicate them. This can be done through journaling, meditation, or family discussions. 29.2 Setting personal goals for boundary setting. Encourage family members to set personal goals related to boundary setting. These goals can include respecting others' boundaries, practicing self-advocacy, or improving communication skills. 29.3 Sharing reflections with the family. Create opportunities for family members to share their self-reflections. This practice fosters transparency and allows everyone to learn from each other's experiences, reinforcing a culture of open communication. Chapter 30. Long-term strategies for maintaining healthy boundaries. 30.1 Annual boundary review. 7 Annual tradition to review family boundaries. During this time, assess what has worked, what hasn't, and make necessary adjustments to ensure that boundaries continue to meet the needs of each family member. 30.2 Creating a family support network. Encourage family members to build their support networks outside the family. Having trusted friends or mentors can provide additional perspectives and help reinforce personal boundaries. 30.3 Continuous learning about boundaries. Encourage ongoing education about boundaries by reading books, attending workshops, or participating in community discussions. Continuous learning reinforces the importance of boundaries and equips family members with new tools and insights. Chapter 31. The interplay of love and boundaries. 31.1 Understanding boundaries as acts of love. Discuss how setting boundaries can be an expression of love. Emphasize that respecting each other's limits demonstrates care and concern for one another's well-being. 31.2 Balancing love and independence. Explore the balance between love and independence. Encourage family members to support each other's individuality while recognizing that boundaries help maintain healthy relationships. 31.3 Celebrating each other's uniqueness. Celebrate each family member's uniqueness by creating opportunities for individual expression. This could involve showcasing personal hobbies, achievements, or talents, reinforcing that boundaries help honor these individual identities. Chapter 32. Final thoughts on boundaries and family bonds. 32.1 The ongoing nature of boundary work. Emphasize that boundary work is an ongoing journey, not a one-time effort. Families should be prepared to revisit and adjust boundaries as needed, recognizing that relationships evolve over time. 32.2 The value of community support. Encourage families to seek community support, whether through friends, extended family, or local organizations. Building a network of support reinforces the importance of boundaries and offers additional resources for navigating challenges. 32.3 Creating a legacy of healthy boundaries. Ultimately, fostering healthy boundaries creates a lasting legacy of love, respect, and understanding within families. Encourage family members to view boundary setting as a positive and empowering practice that enhances their connections. Conclusion. The journey of establishing and maintaining boundaries within families is rich and rewarding. By fostering open communication, empathy, and mutual respect, families can create a nurturing environment that supports each member's growth and individuality. Healthy boundaries not only enhance family bonds but also prepare individuals to navigate the complexities of relationships in their broader lives. The skills learned through boundary setting contribute to resilience, emotional intelligence, and a strong sense of self. As families embrace the importance of boundaries, they cultivate deeper connections and create a legacy that future generations can cherish and build upon. This ongoing commitment to healthy boundaries fosters a loving and supportive family environment that thrives on understanding and respect. Chapter 33. Exploring the dynamics of family roles. 33.1 Understanding family roles. Every family has unique roles that influence boundaries. Discuss how roles such as caregiver, peacemaker, or rebel shape interactions and expectations. Understanding these dynamics can help family members navigate boundaries more effectively. 33.2 Encouraging flexibility in roles. Encourage flexibility in family roles to allow individuals to express their boundaries. For instance, a caregiver might need time for self-care, and this shift should be recognized and respected by others. 33.3 Recognizing changing roles over time. As family members grow and change, so do their roles. Encourage open discussions about evolving roles, ensuring that everyone feels comfortable asserting their boundaries as life circumstances shift. Chapter 34. The influence of attachment styles on boundaries. 34.1 Understanding attachment styles. Explore how different attachment styles, secure, anxious, avoidant, impact boundary setting. Discuss how these styles affect communication, trust, and the ability to respect one another's limits. 34.2 Supporting each other's attachment needs. Help family members understand each other's attachment styles and how they influence boundary perceptions. Encourage compassion and patience when navigating these differences. 34.3 Building secure attachments. Focus on building secure attachments within the family by fostering open communication and trust. Secure attachments lead to healthier boundary setting practices and stronger family bonds. Chapter 35. The role of humor in boundary setting. 35.1 Using humor to ease tension. Humor can be a powerful tool in boundary setting discussions. Encourage family members to use lightheartedness to diffuse tension during difficult conversations, making it easier to approach sensitive topics. 35.2 Sharing funny stories about boundaries. Create a tradition of sharing funny stories or anecdotes about boundary mishaps. This practice fosters a sense of camaraderie and reminds family members that everyone makes mistakes while learning about boundaries. 35.3 Developing a family humor code. Establish a humor code for boundary discussions where family members can use humor to signal when a boundary has been crossed. This non-confrontational approach can ease communication and reinforce respect. Chapter 36. Encouraging open communication channels. 36.1 Creating safe spaces for dialogue. Establish designated times and spaces for family discussions about boundaries. Ensure that everyone feels safe expressing their feelings and that conversations remain constructive. 36.2 Utilizing family communication tools. Consider using tools such as a family group chat, whiteboard, or journal to facilitate ongoing communication about boundaries. This allows everyone to share thoughts and updates regularly. 36.3 Promoting active listening skills. Teach and practice active listening skills within the family. Encourage family members to fully engage in conversations without interrupting, validating each other's feelings and needs. Chapter 37. Strategies for managing external boundary pressures. 37.1 Identifying external influences. Recognize and discuss external pressures that may affect family boundaries, such as societal expectations, peer influence, or extended family dynamics. Identifying these influences helps the family address them collectively. 37.2 Creating family policies for external interactions. Develop family policies regarding interactions with outsiders. This could involve discussing how to handle unsolicited advice or interference from extended family, ensuring everyone feels supported. 37.3 Standing together as a family. Encourage family unity when facing external pressures. Presenting a united front reinforces boundaries and demonstrates a commitment to mutual respect, both internally and externally. Chapter 38. The importance of celebration in boundary work. 38.1 Celebrating boundary successes. Regularly celebrate successes in boundary setting. Acknowledge when family members effectively communicate their needs or respect each other's limits, reinforcing positive behavior. 38.2 Creating traditions for celebration. Establish traditions for celebrating milestones related to boundary work. This could include family gatherings, special meals, or even simple shout-outs during family meetings. 38.3 Sharing inspirational stories. Share stories of individuals or families who exemplify healthy boundary practices. These narratives can serve as motivation and highlight the positive outcomes of respecting boundaries. Chapter 39. The role of empathy in strengthening boundaries. 39.1 Practicing empathy exercises. Engage in empathy-building exercises as a family. Activities such as role-playing or discussing hypothetical scenarios can enhance understanding and appreciation for each other's perspectives. 39.2 Fostering compassionate communication. Encourage compassionate communication by teaching family members to express themselves with kindness and understanding. This approach creates an environment where boundaries are respected and valued. 39.3 Building empathy through shared experiences. Participate in shared experiences that promote empathy, such as volunteering or community service. These activities can deepen family bonds and highlight the importance of compassion in boundary setting. Chapter 40. Establishing lifelong learning about boundaries. 40.1 Making learning a family value. Cultivate a culture of lifelong learning about boundaries within the family. Encourage discussions about new insights, techniques, and books on boundary setting to keep the conversation active. 40.2 Attending workshops and seminars together. Consider attending workshops, seminars, or community events focused on communication and boundary setting. Participating in these activities as a family fosters shared learning and growth. 40.3 Exploring diverse resources. Explore a variety of resources, books, podcasts, articles that address boundaries. Encourage family members to share their findings and discuss how they can apply these insights in daily life. Chapter 41. The connection between boundaries and mental health. 41.1 Understanding boundaries and well-being. Discuss the significant connection between boundaries and mental health. Emphasize how establishing clear boundaries can reduce stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. 41.2 Encouraging mental health awareness. Promote awareness of mental health within the family. Encourage open discussions about feelings and emotional needs, reinforcing that boundaries play a vital role in maintaining mental well-being. 41.3 Seeking professional help when needed. Recognize when external support may be necessary. Encourage family members to seek therapy or counseling if boundary issues become overwhelming, normalizing the conversation around mental health. Chapter 42. Incorporating mindfulness into boundary setting. 42.1 Practicing mindfulness techniques. Incorporate mindfulness techniques into family discussions about boundaries. Teach practices such as deep breathing or meditation to help family members approach conversations with calmness and clarity. 42.2 Mindful listening exercises. Engage in mindful listening exercises during family meetings. Encourage each person to speak without interruptions, fostering an environment of respect and understanding. 42.3 Reflecting on personal boundaries. Encourage family members to practice mindfulness by reflecting on their personal boundaries. This self-awareness can lead to more intentional boundary setting and healthier relationships. Conclusion. Establishing and maintaining boundaries within families is a rich, multifaceted journey that fosters growth, understanding, and love. By exploring various aspects, such as family roles, empathy, humor, and lifelong learning, families can create a nurturing environment that supports each member's individuality. Through open communication and shared experiences, families build a legacy of respect and resilience. The skills learned in boundary setting not only enhance family dynamics but also empower individuals to navigate the complexities of relationships in their wider lives. As families commit to ongoing discussions and practices surrounding boundaries, they cultivate deeper connections that stand the test of time, creating a harmonious and loving atmosphere where every member feels valued and understood. This journey is not just about establishing limits but about embracing the profound connections that arise when boundaries are respected and honored.